Greetings, friends. If we experience Christmas correctly, we will find it a season of surprises. We all like surprises, especially if we get a gift that we're totally surprised about, but is absolutely appropriate and something that makes us happy. I read a long time ago when I was very young a book by C.S. Lewis, who was a professor at Oxford, about his journey, and he titled it Surprised by Joy. You see, he was an atheist, and atheists are not usually happy, or certainly not joyful in the joy of the Lord, right? So he encountered God, and he was surprised by joy. God likes to surprise us. He really does. That's the story of scriptures when you really get down to it. We have in our Advent 4 reading the story of the covenant with David. And David is on top of his game. He just defeated all his enemies. He has rest on every side. He's coming into his own city, and he wants to do something for God because he has gratitude for what God has done for him. So he said he wanted to build a temple. And the whole covenant turns on a word, bayit, a Hebrew word, bayit. It has multiple meanings. It means temple, and it can mean a home, or it can mean a dynasty. So he tells Nathan the prophet, go. He tells Nathan the prophet that he wants to build this and this temple, and the prophet told him, go ahead and do it, without consulting God. See, prophets didn't always get it right either. So he goes, and God slams the prophet, says, yeah, this is not something I asked for, but I'll tell you what, you go ahead and tell David that I'm going to build him a bayit, that is a dynasty. You got that? Yeah, and that's a surprise. He's going to build David a dynasty out of which God is going to save the whole earth. And out of this comes the messianic promises and the whole idea of the Son of David and the Son of Man and the Son of God all brought together in bringing us really to Christmas season. And all the beautiful stories in the beginning of Matthew and Luke about how God surprises everyone, even the priest, Zechariah, who was a religious man. He did everything right, but he kind of lived as if these stories of old were just stories. And that, well, does God really break into our lives and surprise us? He wasn't living in anticipation of who God really is. And so the whole point here today is this. We can be religious. And, that's good as far as it goes. But what we really should be looking for is a God that breaks into our lives, who encounters us and surprises us. Surprises us with promises, even personal promises to us. And they're impossible. And that's exactly what God wants to do. He wants to surprise us with the impossible. He wants to do that for each one of us individually, but also as a church. We should all be just staggering with excitement about a God who surprises us. And so this Christmas, let's look to God in anticipation of him breaking into our lives in a special way and surprising us. We'll see you. We'll see you this weekend at Advent 4 Mass and also at a Christmas Mass. God bless.